Hi, my name is Daniel. I'm one of the co-captains here at Team 997. My partner in crime is Zach. So I ran into some problems regarding WordPress because I can only upload. So I'm having trouble uploading videos. Fortunately, I found a way around that. I'm going to upload them through YouTube, and then I'll just paste a link onto WordPress. So anyway, I made this vlog. In case you guys are wondering why I'm doing this. I made this vlog so that I can talk every week about what we did on Tuesday, Friday, which would be earlier today, and what we're going to do next week. So I'm not going to waste any more time here before I run into any other issues. It's like 11 o'clock at night. I would have gotten this done like 3 hours ago. This is the first time I've actually uploaded a video onto something other than Facebook. And yeah, I was not expecting this to happen, but it's just how it works. Fortunately, the other videos will not take this long. So yeah. So let's see. On Tuesday we talked about rules of engagement. So this is how we want students to interact not only with each other but with mentors. People were really cool about it. They said things like, "Oh, be respectful to your mentors. Be respectful." Or be attentive to other people's ideas. No PDA, which is public displays of affection. No profanity. Actually, that was one that the mentor said, but it's a very true one. However, will abide by Duvall's rule of one cuss word. If you start bleeding, other than that, no, you have no excuse. So anyway, that's enough of that. Fall objective. So we also talked about fall objectives. So mechanical. We talked about on that day. We talked about doing a swerve drive. Right now, it's actually just kind of a white paper idea. So we draw a design, see estimate how much it costs. We also wanted to work on drivetrains in general. One of our mentors, Tom, mentioned that we're kind of terrible at drivetrains because they keep falling apart. Just kind of annoying. Electrical. On electrical, we wanted them to work on sensors, as well as something I think it's called CAN bus. I'm not entirely sure, but from what I hear, it's actually better than the PWM that we use. It's apparently it's like sending an email as opposed to sending a telegraph. So if electrical can get that working, that'd be pretty great. That'd be really helpful. Hold on, there's a battery thing. So anything else? Software. Software. We wanted software to work on vision tracking with a mentor, even though none of the mentors have shown up in a while, and PID. Actually, none of the software people have really showed up apart from Riley, but even then, he doesn't want to be by himself. We also talked about the marketing reserve. So this is where everybody picks an aspect of marketing, which are fundraising, outreach, sponsors, and grants, and they'd work to improve in that area. The reason why we're having them do this is because we have about three marketing people, and they are fundraising money for a team of at least 30 people, which is quite remarkable, really. But we do need more people involved in raising money. We also included the rule that people who selected outreach also select another form or another aspect, because outreach doesn't really get you any money; it just gets your name out to the community. Whereas getting sponsors is essentially begging for money. Getting grants, applying for grants is formally begging for money, and then fundraisers are you guys earning your own money. While we were talking about the marketing reserve, a bunch of people, or a couple of guys, brought up ideas. Most notably, propaganda posters. So these would be posters that we would post all over the school on the first day, or ideally the first day. I don't know when they'd actually come out. And the thing is, we'd have them out on the first day, and we'd essentially just try and draw people in to robotics. Just because we can, because we need more people. And also Also, another idea we had was to ask for scrap metal from a bunch of companies, because I know there are some companies that see like a little dink in something that they're making in some piece of machine, a piece of metal, and they go, okay, we can't use that, we can't sell that, it has this little dink in it, but we can use it, because let's face it, beggars can't be choosers, and we're pretty freaking poor. We also cleaned out the T building today because the janitors came in and they waxed the floors, so we had to take everything out and we put it back in. So on Friday, people signed up for what they wanted to do about the marketing serve. On Tuesday, people just had to think about it. Then we talked about BunnyBot First Fair and Girls Generation. So BunnyBot is it's like First Robotics competition. It's hosted by, I believe, Caitlin Gable, but I'm not sure, or Team 1540, the Flaming Chickens. I'm actually not sure. And it's essentially like the First Robotics competition, but it's a lot more lax. It's a lot cheaper. I think it only costs $100 to get in. You still have to have a robot of at most 120 pounds. It does still have to stay within a certain amount of has to stay within a certain width, height, and length. But that only applies to the start of the game. Afterwards, it can just kind of grow to whatever height it wants. Bumpers, you don't have to have bumpers. You can if you want. You can most importantly, you can use machine parts from before the thing actually starts, because you want to lower costs. And the goal of this is actually to teach new people, to give them some hands-on experience on what build season is like. And the fact that you were given like 3 months is actually really good. But the reason why we talked about BunnyBot is because, we wanted to use it as a tool to teach new people, but at the same time, we also wanted to use it as kind of a kick in the rear for ourselves to actually get us to do crap. So yeah. First Fair is this kind of expo thing where people come in, where a bunch of people from a bunch of different teams come in. The reason why we were talking about that was not only did we want to go, but we actually wanted to have a booth, and we talk about bunch of electrical testers that Tom created, including this super tester, which was a bunch of his testers, including his spike tester, a PW1 tester, and encoder tester, I think an accelerometer actually, and much more. And the thing is, he combined them all into this one remarkable box thing, and we wanted to maybe show that to people, get some interest, because we were actually thinking of selling it, or like mass producing and selling them to, fundraise, get some money. We didn't make any decisions on that. We didn't make any decisions on whether we actually do BunnyBot. All of us thought it was a good idea, but we haven't made any decisions yet. Girls' Generation is one that we are going to. Girls' Generation is a scrimmage where only girls can touch the robot or drive it. Guys can only cheer. It's actually pretty fun. So we also had everyone get into their marketing reserve groups, and they had to come up with a plan, including deadlines. That took about maybe 45 minutes ish. And then we had the sub teams. We had people go into their sub teams, and they created these standards, which these standards are essentially, when would you use this such and such part. So if you had a socket head cap screw, when would you use that? They actually answer those pretty much all the time. Software did not do that because none of them showed up again. Marketing, business, and industrial design, they did not do that. Instead, they talked about branding, so what they wanted the team image to be. And then they also started getting to work on designing the propaganda posters aforementioned on Tuesday. So some work was done. So next week, what we are planning on doing is actually, I don't really know, to be truthful. I really don't know. What I do know is that some groups are not done with their standards. There is no meeting on Tuesday. None of the mentors who have keys can show up. Tom is the only one on Friday who can show up, so there's that. It's really late. I hope you guys have had a nice day. Hope you guys have had a nice end of the summer break. This week has so far been a pretty good prep week. I mean, this is the first week that Zach and I have ever actually led the team. So, you know, I'll see you guys next week.